so is Howard boy. About the boys. Father, the boy.
All right.
Stop. Stop what you're doing and tune in from coast to coast. It's the Howard Hour with your host with the most, Howard 702 LV.
And that's me. Yo, 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 what's good, what's good, what's good? It's your boy HT. I was 702. Let's get tripping like a kid, untie his shoes. And welcome, 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 y'all, to the Howard Hour Live. Yes, folks, it's Friday night, and you know what that means. It's the end of another week, and that's something that, hey, it's not a dream. It's happening right here, and you see what the reality does, and this man is not what it seems. Not even is that, folks. This week we made it. We made it. We made it, folks. I don't know if you made it to your goals or not even is that if you that even not made it to your goals. It's a way for you to reset, recalibrate, and get ready on for the next week. And not even is that, folks. I'm seeing it's the first week of school for a lot of folks. I'm seeing. Yes, yes, yes. I don't know about y'all, but school is in back, is in session, and that is a good thing to see. They had a projected rate about school, man. If you don't know, they say with your school supplies, you will spend as much as on school supplies that you do in your first months of rent. I don't know about y'all, but that is something that went up from when I remember you used to have to pay like $10 or $20 for a little supply fee. Everything be all good to now, hey, to get all the supplies that you need to really get through for like the whole year of school, they say is equivalent to like your first month of rent. And man, that is something crazy to really be seeing. But not even is that, folks. We getting on with this week. Man, man, man. I've been seeing y'all. They had this beef thing go on with Kendrick and Mr. Drake, and this stuff ended up going all the way spreading down to the pop music lane, folks. We got Taylor Swift. I don't know if all my Swifties, if y'all know about, but Taylor Swift supposedly poked jabs at Kanye West again. She has a deluxe version of her Torture Poets department coming out, and she has a song on there called "Thank You, Amy." And on there, supposedly, she has the letters Y and the letter E, both sitting there capitalized. And, a lot of music heads, they saying that and like, oh, already. And she's saying in a lot of lyrics that's on the song, she is poking jabs at somebody, but we don't know if it's at Mr. Kanye himself. But a lot of people are speculating they still have beef from the phone call that was exposed between them by first say ex-wife Kim Kardashian. So man, that is something to really see if that is some beef in the brew, and not even is that some beef to stew up to cook really to have Taylor Swift poke back at Kanye West. Man, man, man. VMAs part two. But not even is that, folks. With this whole crazy week, man, we come down to the wind down. I don't know about y'all, but man, we had the Olympics go on. And man, that was something to really see. That's to really see the ending of, and not even as that, folks. We folks got to witness history. USA, USA, USA. I'm not just sitting there to be like, oh, USA, Team America. But no, man, USA walked away with first place in the whole categories with 40 gold medals, if I'm not mistaken. 40 gold medals, and then not even is that a lot of the categories they came first place in. So to really walk away with that title, and hey, up again for 4 years until they do it again in 2028. They're doing it in Los Angeles, folks. Yes, 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 man. They're gonna bring in the home states with it, and not even is that they're gonna be on the west side with it. And they had a great send off, man. Snoop Dogg. They had the great Red Hot Chili Peppers, and you even see Miss Billie Eilish up there performing some jams. You feel me? So man, that was a great send off. And not even is that we had a little daredevil himself, Mr. Tom Cruise, came in out of nowhere and gave a little Mission Impossible, which I don't understand what was fermented to be even into that. But hey, whatever to make America look good, I feel. But man, not even is that we seen with this Olympics that just went on some sports that was never all about. We seen it introduced also the first time ever breakdancing. Yes, folks, I say that again. Breakdancing got done in the Olympics, and it was a sight to see. But sadly to say, it would not be returning for a part two for the 2028 Olympics that will be going on, man. So hey, we probably gonna have to get a petition to get that on, get that on, and get that on. But man, yes, going on to other things that we got going on, and bringing all my tech heads, folks. This is something that you really need to listen up to, man. AI, yes, you know the thing that is really all around. AI is going down to the facts. It just released its first, yes, it's about to get ready to be hit in like certain select theaters. Feature length film. Yes, this is all made from AI, folks, and this is something that, is really making some waves. And not even as that, they have a director that is unknown. The the company behind it is unknown, and the plot, surprisingly, yes, to turn it off, is unknown, and surprisingly is just the only plot that we have on it that is supposed to be in somewhere code where you see the future. And that is something that really having people mind boggling. And not even is that, is showing you with AI. It's the real way of speculation, or if it's just gonna really have you wait in there and just have hesitation. But man, I'm just sitting here just thinking too, like, oh, with AI, would it get to the adaptation of being able to do like a talk show host, like moi? Like, I can't just imagine just seeing an AI that's on here like, hey, beep bop, no Robin Williams, R.I.P. But man, to see AI come this far from the way to adapt to now, hey, you use it in everything, anything, and you see it everywhere. It's kind of scary and fascinating in the same long run. It's just like superpowers. Hopefully it goes into the hand of the people that needs it instead of the hands that wants to misuse it. But yes, folks, we getting this thing rolling like a locomotive bee. But man, y'all know what we do. When I say about with my show, innovators, yes, if you've never been to a Howard Hour live show, I use one of these many words. I use the word innovate. And I really say this all the time. To innovate is something that you leave behind, a legacy that you don't even know that you're leaving. To innovate, you start up gears of many working shifts that many people don't know they have around them. And to be an innovator, you leave behind an imprint that people can either build from, construct from, or either learn from. And these individuals that I got coming to the stage tonight are really showcasing that when I say about being an innovator in this space of technology. With technology, they want us to just, hey, be on shown, being shown in just one way, or just being broadcast in a certain frequency that they want us to be heard, seen, or felt. These individuals that I'm bringing to the stage give voices to the people that I feel like don't have that showcase. They give voices to the people that who sit there, who put in time with their worlds, that somebody just wants to come by and just get a vibe. Not even just that, you don't have to go into a top 10 just to even get about the word to just catch a win. These individuals show that you are somebody, regardless if you are on standards of being a creator, to make dozens, to even if you sit here and create just to have fun with the dozens of people that you have around you. We understand that we are on this platform to grow together. And when I say, folks, that these individuals are showcasing that to really grow together, you have to show it together. You get it what I'm saying? To grow together, you have to show it together. And it's a platform to like be and they showcasing that. It is amazing to see, man. And I really am glad to have them come to the stage tonight. Y'all know y'all really seen them. Y'all know y'all heard them around, man. And hey, they really do make a sound the time that they've been in this metaverse platform. Myself, I was able to be on their great platform that they do every week, if I'm not mistaken. They do it every week, yes, folks. And hey, this is something that is good to see, and Ivan, is that it is really amazing to have on this platform. So I really need y'all to throw some confetti in the air for the creators of what you see all around in the metaverse. You seen it on Meta Horizons. Man, y'all know it, and y'all probably been on it. And if not, y'all probably need to hit them up so y'all can know more about it. Man, give it up for the creators of the Indie World Tours. Yes. Indie World Tours that we have on here on this platform. Man, the one and only Sue the Q and Mr. Nick T.
No, no. Thank you,
Hey,
thank
y'all got
you.
up here okay. Look, look. How y'all doing? How y'all
Yeah.
doing?
That was a great introduction. Thank you, buddy.
Thank
Oh,
you
Appreciate
hold
it.
so
on. Thank you. No,
much.
I I always start the
You're
beginning of the
so
week, make sure
humble.
that hey, I found the qualities I have to put in there, and but not even as that, I want to always make sure that the proper intro is the proper intro. You know.
Thank you.
But not even as that, man. How are y'all doing tonight?
I honestly, I'm doing amazing. I couldn't even tell you how amazing I feel right in the second right now. Yeah. So I am so grateful to even be on the show today, to be honest, and to have such an introduction is so humbling. And I'm just, yeah, thank you.
Oh no,
That's, yeah.
no. I think I mean,
Yeah.
so even before even getting down to the nitty gritty, no. When I really say about like a lot of people don't understand the tethering aspects on here, because I've seen that a couple of times with your platform. Y'all gave voices to a lot of people on there who was timid to really go for that, not for that spotlight per se, but to get that voicing of recognition and to really have on a platform again. Because I mean, it's gonna get down into it with the conversation, but y'all don't ask for anything back. Y'all don't sit here and be like, oh well, hey, you have to be into this point. No, you sit here, hey, y'all come, you come, hey, all welcome in arms. But nah, I mean, let's be beyond that. I just thank y'all before even the conversation. Hey, for that platform because I was able to sit here on there, have some people come through who never even heard about the Howard Hour, and now, man, that's how bridges are able to be
Thank you.
built. And y'all
Thank you
were
so
again
much.
pioneers with that. So I'm getting down to the nitty gritty. What brought about y'all to the metaverse? I'll start with you, Miss Suda Q.
Okay. Um, I was scrolling on Instagram one time and I saw a thing for Beat Saber. And at that time, I was in a relationship that wasn't so great.
Mm-hmm.
I was looking for a way to escape. I wanted to start taking care of myself more. I had let myself go, and it was like a way for me, and I'm an introvert. So it was an impulse buy, actually. I went to Walmart and I saw it there, and I was like, I never buy me nothing, really. So I was like, you know what? I walked away and then I turned back around. And I was like, you know what? Screw it. I'm gonna go get it, and I got it.
No,
And
just
then
a
yeah,
famous walk away.
that's just yeah. And then that's just how it happened. I started playing Beat Saber, and then I went into VR chat, and I didn't really like the vibe there. You know what I mean? It wasn't what I was looking for. And then I came into Meta Horizon, and the first game that I actually went into was Action Island, and I just would get off of work and just go in there and be on mute. I would smoke a couple of joints and I would shoot and I would hear people talk and they would just be talking and man, it's some funny people. And so like, it's just kind of like it was a an escape for me in the beginning, you know what I mean? Like it was like a calm. It was my release from work, because I have a very stressful job. So it was like ooh, and yeah, and then I after that, there was a glitch. There was a famous glitch where Action Island was just gone. And a couple worlds actually just disappeared, and everybody was freaking out. But I had only come into Horizon Worlds for that game, and I had just barely started actually coming off of to laugh or say hey to the people that I usually play with or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
You start seeing on a daily, and then um yeah, the glitch was gone. And then I was like, well, I was trying to find that next, shooting game. So then I just started world hopping. And funny enough, these people were also looking for it. And, we just started forming a community in Action Island. This was like back in the day. This was before like venues was even part of venues, and so we would just go out. And then from there in our community, in the Action Island community, from there, we would just go world hopping and we would just see these amazing worlds, man, that I would just like be so in shocked at like and I couldn't find them. These were worlds that I would never be able to see if like you didn't know somebody that knew somebody or you went through a door through another door to another door. They were never
Mm-hmm.
on the menu. And so, at that time, that's when it kind of dawned on me like, man, there needs to be a way. So, as far as like how we came up with indie tours was because I went to that the Horizon official world tour that Lex and Oculus and them were doing, and I great job. I like no bad word about them whatsoever. I thought what they were doing was pretty hot. The only thing I didn't like was when I got off of work, I didn't want to go hang out with kids. You know what I mean? I was, you know what I'm saying? I didn't want to have to
I know
watch
you keeping it
my
real.
verbiage. I didn't want to have to do none of that. You know, I wanted to just be able to go and world hop with and just be an adult. You know, so yeah, that's kind of the concept of the baseline of indie tours. But then when we started seeing that we could, because I had already started playing with editing on Instagram and whatnot, you know, and so like I would do these videos that I would go in just for fun, you know, and I didn't know I was promoting them at the time. I was just loving the world, you know, and they were appreciative. And so like with indie tours, with that concept of I want to have fun, and you know these people need to be seen, was also the thing that like, man, we could really get people to see these worlds. You know, what I mean, these worlds need to be seen, these creators, and they don't have a whole group of people to go sit with them in a world for like fucking 12, you know, excuse my language, I don't know if we can cuss
I
on
know
here,
you're
but
not.
like 12 hours, you know what I mean? Like they don't have nobody to sit there with them to make that world pop, to get on that menu. You know what I mean? They're just creators. They're just talent people. They're just pouring their talent into them, whether or not it was like a place for them to show whatever they had to share. And like so I was like, yeah, like it was kind of like a no-brainer to me, you know? It was like exactly what I would want to do after work. And that's to go world hop with fucking adults and, you know, enjoy life and not, you know, like how it's supposed to be.
The Brasta, the Barasa.
And if we can help people along the way, man, that's even better for me. You know what I mean? Because that's what I do in real life. So I was able to translate that over here to the metaverse, and I saw like, wow, I could actually do something here. Um, but yeah, so we'll go into Nick and how he started, because if not, I'll take the whole time. So
She said she was about to give Nick's. She said she was gonna give Nick's story too. It started
yeah,
back in
Yeah, she
08.
get it started.
yeah.
Before like it even
Wait,
was
what was the
Nick.
question again?
No, that's what's up though. I mean, you're passionate, so to even have that,
Yeah.
like, and no, that's real good to really see on this part. I mean, this platform, because without passion, there's no direction to really go with it. You'll just be like, well, hey, this is what I love to do. This is what, just pass it on. But like, that's to even here with that intention of like to keep that fire. But yeah,
Thank
Mr.
you.
Nick, Mr. I see you was over here in the corner. I didn't know if you was riding or so. Didn't want to mess up the feng sway. But
No, no, we're just in the same room, so I didn't want to echo, so I went on mute for a second.
Yeah, I'll
oh,
go
so
on
no,
Um,
mute
y'all
while
are
he
in the
talks.
same room. You're saying too, like,
Yeah, yeah,
oh, okay, so
yeah.
y'all
This
are
is
around
right
each other right
here.
now. So oh, okay, oh,
Yeah.
like
yeah,
Mhm.
yeah, yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
So I'm
We're
gonna go on
traveling
mute
around.
so he can talk.
see, oh wow, see,
Yeah, well, I got into just I was an iOS developer for a long time, and I ended up going to like a GDC in 2018, the Game Developer Conference, and they had the Oculus Go there, and then some other like the Google headset at the time and stuff. And I was just really excited to see like a headset that wasn't tethered, that you didn't need a huge PC for, and I ended up getting the Oculus Go, messing around, making some little games on that one, and then I just kind of stuck with it, just on a development stage. I formed a company called Yeti Games, and we're working on a game right now. Games take a long time to make, actually, but
hey.
we changed it a couple of times. And I guess during the pandemic, since I had the Oculus, I was just kind of, I couldn't really go out and stuff. So I started coming into Horizon. I got on the beta test group, and I also went to VR chat, and I'm like, what the heck is this? I'm like a ink splot, and there's a bunch of kids running around, and it wasn't really for me at the time. I love VR chat now though, so I just want to say, if you go there with your friends, it's awesome. Um, and I went into Horizon, and I started meeting up with a group that called HCTV at the time, and we were doing a bunch of skits, and it was just fun. Like we would go into worlds or create worlds. Um, to have a whole like little story. A lot of time we did improv, and you just leave laughing. It was just like I'd laugh all day long. So it was so funny doing these little skits, and we record them and put them on the net. And I actually met Sue through that same group
Hmm.
as well. And so through that group, we used to do a lot of world hopping too. Um, mainly like we do skits in the venues. Like if you remember, venues had the three doors, so we'd always do a skit in one of those worlds too. And yeah, it was just a lot of fun. And I also saw, like Sue, that a lot of creators weren't getting seen out there, you know. Um, and I wanted people to see those worlds somehow, you know. So I thought, you know, hey, the same type of passion for it. I went to like Oculus's world hops, and I loved what they were doing, but also the kids weren't for me. You know, it gets a little tough, you know, when all the kids
Hey,
are
do you have
around.
lollipops? Let me,
Yeah,
let me
you know,
say-
we actually, a funny story. We actually made a kid's world, and a little kid came in there, a 5-year-old kid, and now he like follows me around. He might even show up here, so just warn you.
I mean, no, but it's crazy too. Like how you said, like when you're starting off with different indentions and everything on this format, especially because I mean that's when I caught wind of you, Nick. Like I say, with the improv and everything. I mean, just
Oh,
from like,
really?
well, yes, with like
Back
world
in the day.
hopping. Yeah, it's like this, like again
Uh-huh.
when we say back in the day, like back in the meta day. This is like back in like I say, like what, like 2022 to
Yeah,
the beginning of
2022.
that's what I say. I remember again. I have a keen memory with this because to see your names and everything pop up with certain additions, you're like, oh. And then to see, I remember the format too because I remember like again, you used to have your shorts and everything pop up on Instagram, all this and that, and not even that, but with Facebook too, because there's only certain
Yeah,
communities that would know about this and everything. If I'm not
right.
mistaken, I think a group was made too from it,
Yeah,
and
group was made. Yeah. Uh-huh.
like, but it's amazing to see from that format because you even with early indentions before as even indie world tours, like you already had that. Okay, hey, this is something that we want to do. Like this is something that has to be done in like a format that we don't even know about because like again, this it just comes organic, and a lot of
Yeah.
times. A lot of people steer away from that because when you get on this platform, you again, like you said, you get on here gaming, you get on here having fun in the aspect. You don't sit here and be like, okay, hey, now I'm gonna sit here. This is my outlet. I was saying, Sue said earlier, like you get off work to get on here to get away from that, like that work day. So to sit there and have a constructive value, like okay, hey, now we have people following us. Like that brings us to my next question with y'all now. How do you feel with factors in that? Like, cause do you feel like that makes it a not make you like a commodity, but now do you feel like people look at you to like now what worlds to like basically go to now, like in a sense in a faction?
No, not really. That's because that's not the point for indie tours, I think. So I don't honestly, I
Excuse me.
always get like surprised when I get like asked places. I'm like, what? Oh, okay, cool. Or when people come up or give me like, oh, we want you to be a part of this or that. It's kind of it surprises me. So, but no,
Yeah, even with
that's
your show, Howard, I'm like, what?
yeah,
Howard wants me
that's
on the
cool.
show? Oh, wow, that's cool.
That's cool. We were really stoked about this today. So, no, what we do in the point of indie tours and where the direction it has gone and the foundations that has been built on is way more than that. It is it's really a platform for all to come and to enjoy and to promote themselves, to get out there, to network, to have open arms, to if you're new from if you're a newbie to if you've been here forever, like talk if you're trying to get somewhere, or if you need to talk to somebody, or this community doesn't even know this person from this community, or this community over here has beef with this community. You know what I mean? It doesn't
Message.
matter. Like one person from them, one from we all can still come. We can all take a shot o'clock. We can all party. We can all still go enjoy what we're here for, and that's the creation, and that's the experience, and that's the
Yeah,
journey,
of
and
what they
that's you
made.
know what
Yeah,
I
the
mean.
art.
And yeah,
Yeah,
and that's the point. So it it's never like we want to be like the be all and see all because it's not that way. We can't be that way. We can't all grow. This is a new platform, right? It's like the worst thing that we can do is all be trying to fight over a piece of a pie when the pie's not even cooked all the way, man. Let's cook
Mm.
the pie first. Let's get together. Let's do all that
Ooh,
stuff. And
fighting for a piece of the pie. And they ain't even cook.
you
Oh,
know
that's
what
a
I mean?
bar. I'm
Like,
sorry.
Apple pie or cherry pie?
and so yeah, like today, like I ain't even gonna lie, like you say how you said like they do this every week, and it's like, yeah, actually we do this every week, and sometimes it's hard, and sometimes it's a struggle, and like in with it, with being indie tours or being a person that promotes or has people, and people see you in the regard that you wish they didn't really see you that way. In um it, there's no bias. Indie tours must always remain unbiased, no matter
Mm.
what. Like, regardless of my own personal feelings, regardless of his own personal feelings, or your personal, if you're my friend and you have beef with that guy or whatever, like, unless there is true
Hmm.
malice going on, then there shouldn't be no bias. There just can't be, because we can't grow that way.
Yeah, yeah, I
Hmm.
think so. Yeah, I'm always
That's real.
surprised. I think the last week, like
Yeah.
I was on stream on Indie Tours, and somebody came up to me and was like asking me about the grenades or something. Like they really love the grenades, and it's funny when you build something too for people, just an asset just to play with, and then like they start disrupting everything. You're like, damn, these grenades, man. Why did I make these? But I like to see people enjoying them.
It's like being the
But
the
I'm always
famous.
surprised.
I mean, because I always make a joke
Yeah.
again. I'm a comic book head, and like one of the adaptions, it was like with the Tony Stark approach. Like they had like with Wanda. I mean, everybody know the story, and everybody with the Scarlet Witch, she came about
Yeah.
and everything. With one of Tony Stark's um
Mhm.
missiles. I mean, not missiles, but like technologies. And it brings me to a point that that's why I said earlier, this technology could either be into the good hands or it could either be again a nuisance or so, to the point or and it's crazy that it gets to that factor now, because how you say you have like intentions, like your indie tour, you have like that place of curiosity to still come on there, when that could still be a place of sanction, then that could still
Mhm.
be a place of like going to like, hey, okay, this is the weekly that we have to go to. And like how you say, it can become an overwhelming factor too, because you have real life, you have stuff that's going on, and not even as that, with the world that is changing, the technology you don't think would not change with it. So you
Mhm.
might see different adaptations now with the world. You might be seeing some of these worlds that now pop up like, well, hey, I have a political world. I have to have you come check it out now. You got to have it on your show. Like it comes into that place and adoption now. Like when you were saying earlier, you have to become unbiased, because the world is going to speak for itself. Like
Right.
if it has the traction, it's going to have the traction. If it has
Mhm.
the negative like retort to it, is going to have that negative report to it. So whatever that it builds from it. And that brings me to one of my next questions with you guys. I see that again, you're on here, you're showcasing these voices that haven't been heard. Do you feel like that is, I'm not able to say like an overwhelming factor of like of growth with it? Do you feel like a lot of people now can try to use this as a, I would say not like as an advantage, but use it as a nuisance now, like you were saying earlier with the grenade? Do you feel like somebody could use like the
Um,
indie tours in a bad way?
I feel like, uh, to be honest, I that uh, if I'm just gonna be completely blunt and
Yeah.
transparent, like it wouldn't affect it because the foundations
Mm.
are not built on anything but transparency and what it is. Um, so it does come. Don't get me wrong, it comes. That energy always tries to come and try to penetrate, and sometimes it gets overwhelming. But I know if I stay true to what I've always said, what I have always built indie tours on, as far as what my occupation goes, and with what my soul does, my morals, my ethics, and that is to help and promote people in general, and if and help them find whatever blockage that they might not have.
Mm-hmm.
There's so many people that come in there and meet other people from different cultures and different communities that now collab and now have expanded their minds into another and to collab on a different platform, and they're growing and they're evolving and they're changing, and it's just the same thing that I do every day in my real job. So, and I know my job is secure because I'm good at what I do because I work on those ethics, and it's the same thing with indie tours. They work on those ethics, and nobody can change that. So the negative energy could come and try to use it in a bad way, but it ain't gonna last long because you know.
I see with the isolation of the hands too. She knows she's serious with it. It ain't gonna act like,
Yeah.
you see that? Like, I mean, but no, like, I mean, but no, like I say when, earlier about was
You
that
know?
addition of passion. Like when you know, like, and that's what a lot of these forces, like I say, like, I mean, when I say forces, a lot of these indentions that you have now, like, you're pioneers with the steps they are making because it started from a schematic. Again, you learn from a place like, oh, hey, this was something I was doing, and I seen,
Mhm.
okay, this was the era that I didn't want in mind, and to
Right.
make your adaptation, that's what true growth and building comes from, man. So it has the pressures of organic factor of, like, with life,
Mhm.
stuff that comes with it. We have the, glitches, we have the
Mhm.
updates,
Oh
we
yeah.
have on here novelness, that we have real life that comes into play. And a lot of times we steer away from that factor because this is our outlet. We know a lot of times we'll get on here to get away from certain aspects in life, but then you like it makes you laugh because it still finds that way to creep in. Like you
Yep.
sitting here now, like something that we love to do and everything, you got to make a schedule
Yep.
to. Like,
Yep.
or you got to
Yep.
sit here
Yeah. Yeah.
just like your medicine now. You got to remember to do it. And I mean, it's nothing
Yeah.
bad. It's nothing bad with that
It's
factor
not.
because this is what makes the curiosity. This is it. This is great
But
convo. It's supposed to be. This is organic. You're coming from all different types of the world, different nations, different
mhm.
cultures, and it's gonna be a festering pot of either growth, blow ups, or just like just sitting there in all stagnant moves. But when you have certain directions, I said like in numerous of my shows, real life tethering that goes on, like this is what what is needed. Because now you're showing those certain directions, like, hey, somebody who might just get on here now, like, hey, okay, I don't want to go play like Arena Clash, or they don't want to do the famous I mean, I'm sorry, I'm about to say Super Rumble. Yeah, Super Rumble.
Super
Uh
Rumble.
Yeah.
I about to say, Royal Rumble at first. Don't WWE me now. But no, it's like certain people steer away from that gaming aspect where they might get on here like, okay, hey, I might want to check out a world that has a Serenity move, or I might want to go to a club or so on here.
Yeah.
And even there's some people like, oh, I might want to check out a vibe that I might feel like I'm at an EDM concert and everything. Like
mhm.
everybody has different preferences, and a lot of
Yep.
times we steer away from
Yeah.
that. I'm sorry, what you was about to say, Nick?
Oh, I was going to say also Indie Tours is a great place to meet people too. So not only do you find worlds, but you can meet people, network, and usually everybody's pretty chill, and So I think that's also an aspect that we offer that's pretty cool.
I noticed that like one of the first intentions I was seeing when I was seeing y'all first like starting to meet together and everything like during the week, because I remember y'all used to meet at a club and everything back in the Gap, and now even as this like you'll meet at certain intentions, and it was not be like environments that people are scared to go into, or the famous, like they got certain worlds on here that you'll feel like you'll never be like seen in or whatever, and like it's always that welcoming factor, and a lot of people still steer away from that fact. Like I call it the famous gatekeeping. Y'all can sit here and be all day like, okay, hey, these are the worlds
Yeah.
that only certain like certain clicks can go through,
Mhm.
or certain worlds can go through. But no, you keep on by the move like, hey, we got whatever field that we have from this world, and we constructed whatever value from it. You can do whatever the same too. Like if
Yeah.
you know about the proper ways of finding out about it, or the proper like again, if this world is not showcased on the top 100 right now, how do anybody know about the traction to get through? And now you have a creator that's in here being frustrated or so, or not feeling like their work is
Mhm.
being up to par because we're on certain algorithms and everything that is not being
Right.
shown from our organic presence. And when I
Right.
was
Yeah.
saying earlier, when it comes from a place of the heart, it shows, and it becomes overwhelming because you see the frustration until we're like, hold on, it's supposed to be this way. Like instead of like, oh, well, we can be all this together. and everything. Like this could be all highlighted. It don't have to be like, oh well, this is the first person to do this. This is the first person like, oh
Mm-mm.
no, like hey, this is something that was constructed from this. Just like y'all know, y'all not the first people to show tours on here, and you know you're probably
Mm-hmm.
not gonna be the last. But you know, in addition,
Yeah.
y'all are the only ones making the abbreviation, not abbreviation. Y'all are the only ones making the indentation that you were doing to make that tethering move, and that's what this platform is about. You're showing your creativeness on this platform for somebody else to either inspire from, either sit there and like run from, or sit there and hey go. Hey, I'm gonna wait every week to go and see what's going on with indie tours. You feel me? Like,
Yeah.
cause that's what builds up that base. That's what builds up that brand. And it brings us like one of my final questions with you guys. Did you did you ever feel? I mean, did you ever think after putting on this headset, you'll become a commodity now?
No,
Mm.
not ever. No.
I never thought
I mean, not
it.
one bit.
I know because I had to
I
word
didn't
that the
think.
right way because I was like, because y'all are a commodity now. Because I look at it like, I mean, I ain't gonna study that many times when I go back like, oh, hey, I had to go and find out about indie tours when they had a certain world. Because I'm like, man, what's that certain world or whatever? And then I'm like, oh, they had an artist or so right there from it who was just talking about it. Like, so yes, commodity.
Well, thank you. But no, I did not. I didn't think that. No.
Mm.
Um.
I think we get so focused on the show that you kind of like forget about some things about the the effects of it. The that happen.
I'm not even gonna lie. Like even with the, it's so worth it, man. It's so worth it. Every time somebody comes through indie tours or they go through the door and then like
Yeah,
and
especially
they're
new
doing
people.
and then they get
Mm.
known and I see them
Yeah.
working with bigger names and learning
Oh
and
yeah,
growing. Like to me, that's
that's
worth it.
awesome.
That's because that is what I do, like in real life. You know what I mean? Like in and I saw that I can do that here. I I'm an occupational therapist. I do occupational therapy in real life. And I
Mm-hmm.
work everything on a frame called the MOHO frame of reference. And it's about a holistic viewpoint of how to increase somebody's quality of life, regardless
Okay.
of anything or disability, mental, spiritual, emotional. Where is that blockage so that way we can get you to where you need to be before discharge? And I just implemented that same type of formula in here. What can I do to help people grow? How, and then when I see it work, I know like it makes it worth it. It makes the glitches worth it. It makes the bad energies that come worth it. It just it makes it worth it. Today was one of the hardest days. I almost wanted to like just quit. I ain't gonna lie, Howard. Today was a hard day, and I've never felt that way. Do it all, you know. And there's been a lot. um, and then I went to this woman's thing with these amazing meta creative women, these women in the metaverse that are just making moves. And it was just so powerful. And it was just like, so like, yeah, I know I'm on the right path. And it's true. You can do things with technology because this is AI. You can build that creation that you want. Why would we want to come in here and have the same type of corporate mind that we are trying to escape from? Why are
Mm-hmm.
we doing that? When we could come in here and make it different, when we could help each other, when we don't have to, yeah, we don't have to tear people apart. Again, stop fighting over a pie that's not even baked. Let's gather the ingredients together as a community, you know, and that's what Indie Tours is
Yeah,
founded on.
yeah,
So it's worth it. Do it all. It's worth it.
yeah. I think we're all creating something here that Meta didn't even expect. As far as the social aspects and stuff.
Right. Like, did they not watch Ready Player One? We were all happy about that. That's what we,
Exactly.
you
But they
know what
didn't.
I'm saying?
But how you say though, they didn't put the catalyst. Like again, the catalyst. We are the catalyst. They didn't put us to that organic presence. A lot of people on here, first thing they seen on here, this is a utopia. This is the metaverse is a utopia, and the utopia can only get tainted by current goals of again when people start bringing in the amount of currency. Now you have to sit here and feel like amount you have to get to a social status, or you have to get to a point now you have to be of this construct that only be of value if somebody looks at you this way. And
It,
that just leaves
for
me
sure.
so baffled when
Mm,
hold on, we are our own utopias. We are
mm,
all like somebody, and it's so crazy like how somebody can either build us up so good, and that same person can either break us down so bad.
Hmm.
And then we got to think about self-worth is all worth. But when you know
mm,
what you bring to the table, that would not bring no indention what you could bring to whatever factor you do. And like how you say, in the times of when we have like we come overwhelmed, we can have times when we want to give up. It's certain factors that we have to find to keep going. And just like how we could
mhm,
find that spark, somebody else. I mean,
mhm.
if it's not even about
Yep.
no cliche like, hey, you
And
have to
yeah, it's true
keep
though.
going. But it's a living cycle. Like it's like a hamster that
It's a
goes in the
transfer
cycle
of
of
energy, man.
exactly. Like it's and energy is just real, and
Yeah.
people just don't understand. Just because we put on these headset, just because we get on this, yes, we're avatar state and everything. But like how you said in Ready Player One, the only thing they didn't give about and seem really, yes, this is an avatar state and everything. But energies are going through here that is so superb. You're seeing the next grade of relationships. You're seeing the next grade of
Mhm.
Yeah.
dynasties. You're seeing the next grade of empires. But then at the same time, when I said earlier about what was this utopia, you're seeing the rebirth. You're
Mhm.
seeing the destruction of these dynasties that supposedly are supposed to be here. When I first started this thing, I said this earlier. Like a lot of these world creators and everything that's on here that used to gatekeep and everything now, it all dust. Dust that's in the wind. And now you're in the birth of all these new age creators that are going here that wants to be in that cycle of life, but they can't have that certain way now because there's like, oh well, this world is not so and so like brand or like, well, when we used to have it back in 22 when so and so made it this type, or the algorithm only showed when Horizon had it. It's like a whole like it's like what's the point of building? And then you have the next like
Yes.
brand and
Yeah.
generation of people like are scared to make that addition. Like, okay, hey, am I good enough to even bring this to approach? And that's why I said earlier, like to really have a platform that y'all guys do with this commodity. Yes, I say it earlier, I say it again. That is really showing that, and I really seen that love with y'all guys. Like again, like when I did the promo and I put y'all on the collab, and the thing that got me, I love when people share. And right there, and I told this to my miss. I made a joke about it. Like I went to go do something, and I came back to my phone. I'm like, huh, this had over like 15 shares in the course of like 3 minutes, and
Well,
that show.
I'd
Love
like to say
them.
it's probably thanks to all these people right here, man.
It's
And I really appreciate them.
Seriously.
exact and
Serious. I
but
love
that's
y'all.
what I mean about when it's real organic values like that. You will see the real, just like we know as soon as we see that famous post or we see that drum field post or anything, like you'll see how many clicks and everything. But when you see organic values, like, oh hey, we got these so and so coming to the station, now even is that somebody that's doing for the platform, that's doing for the community, that's really supposed to do what they're supposed to, like you'll see the love. And no, and I really seen that from y'all, like, well, again, from all the names and everything that's in here tonight, from all everything that was being spread, that's the positivity that's supposed to be spread. That's the ways that people are getting to hear about the brand that's coming out now, because a lot of people don't know about indie tours. A lot of people don't know they can get and catch this now on Horizon Worlds. Just like, hey, like we're on Lux Vision Studios doing this. A lot of people are still oblivious to technology that's in their face because they don't want to
Hmm.
accept it. So to really see that factor, like you're not sitting here like, oh hey, this is something that you have to check out. But like, no, hey, this is something that's cool. This is something that you might
You
adapt
might
to it.
like, yeah,
You
you might
might
like check
like
it
it.
out.
You might, hey, you might no have no kids in it. You feel me? Like at
Mhm.
the same long run, it's whatever that you can construct from it. It's your time that you either input to see what you can either gain from it, or if you just want to see a passing like stone in the wind. And I thank
Yeah.
y'all so much for what y'all do with a platform with so and so much with that, because again, we don't look to be superheroes on this thing, and y'all are superheroes with this fact because y'all are giving that voice to somebody who was not heard. And no, I thank y'all, big ups again for that.
Thank you. You're gonna make me cry. Stop.
And no,
Thank you, Howard.
no,
Thank you.
no, no. I mean,
No,
it's
no,
real.
no. That's real. Because sometimes you wonder. You wonder
Oh no, I'm.
if you are making an impact, and like, that's just that I'm human. You know what I mean? I'm
Mm-hmm.
human, so it goes. So there's times that, but it never surprises me. Well, it does and it doesn't at the same time. Surprise me every single time though. Whenever I do feel this way, the energy that I put out always comes back to me. And that's why I always continue to put it out, because I know that in law and is real. Like what you project out, what you really truly give out, you do get back. And that's like evident just by being here with you, by being with these people. Like it's just it today at the tea thing. Shout out to official pretty committee, man. That was an amazing
Hey.
event.
Mhm.
Like I couldn't, I'm just like blown away, man. It's just beautiful, and I thank you for giving me the platform to to even be recognized on too. You know what I mean? Like yeah, as a, I appreciate it.
No, it's when it
Yeah.
comes from a place of organic value. And again, you got the people. The right people are always going to watch, and that's one thing that my people instilled in me growing up and everything. It's the same factor. We don't look to do this for no recognition. We do this for a place of love, and if it gets recognized, it gets recognized, and that's how you know it's really real. When it's from a place, just like a tree is growing in the forest, but we don't know that until either we come upon it or either we catch word about it. It's just like in that, but that tree is still gonna have life. That tree is still gonna do something. It's gonna do its purpose. And a lot of people misconstrue from that just because we don't know about it, it's not there. BS. Life is going on everywhere. We all
Everywhere.
have
Mhm.
problems. We all have solutions. We all have ways that we can either get over this hurdle, and we can either pass that on to somebody else who might need that same tools to either get to that. And like you said earlier, Sue, like it brings a smile to my face. We are humans, and that's what a lot of people misconstruct from. We are humans in this metaverse world, and that's what's the best tethering aspect about it. We don't have to be robots in here. We don't have to
Mhm.
sit here and not just input. We can sit here and put certain energies because hey, we've been through it. We can put certain energies that we know we definitely wants to get away from because again, we've been through it. And again, it all has to go with great powers come great responsibilities. I'm a comic book head and I say this all the time, man.
Yeah.
When we become superheroes on here, man, like you see why they are really calling y'all the Superman, the Superwomen, and not even as that, calling y'all the superheroes of this. And again, I really thank y'all
Wow.
for what y'all do because hey, y'all are really showcasing the next person that's on here way beyond just being Horizon. And then who even knows? Somebody could even construct their own ways and not even be on the platform with Horizon Worlds, but it's still in the aspect of this realm that we call the metaverse. And that's what I call y'all pioneers with this. You feel me? So yes,
Thank you.
yes, yes, man.
Yeah.
And any way the
Thank you,
Howard
Howard.
Hour can help with that, let me know. Let me know. And yes, 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 man. So y'all
Thank
make sure
you.
y'all throw some confetti
Yeah.
in the
Thank
air.
you.
Confetti in the air again, man. For the one, the only. Y'all see him before I even have him leave. Where can everybody find y'all, man?
Oh, wow.
Oh, well, you can find me on Instagram at Sue to the Q underscore VR.
And I'm Yeti Meme Dealer on Instagram and Nick TVR on Twitch. You can watch all our live streams and stuff there as well. And also Nick T on VR on Facebook.
Mhm. Oh, and
Yes,
Yeah.
Susie
yes.
Q on Facebook. We do also have a Facebook group, Indie Tours 2024. So you can join that group. I always post in there. So we have a party bus on Tuesdays at 9 p.m. Eastern at Indie Tours Party Bus, and then on Thursdays we have Creator Spotlight. I'm a little biased. I love the Creator Spotlight because I love when the creators go on stage. So I'm a little biased on that one. But that's at 10 p.m. On Thursdays, and we have a really great time. And I always showcase the creators that are going to be on stage on the Thursday reel, and I post that in the
Okay.
group. So you could always follow there or follow me. And I think we also have an Instagram, Indie Tours underscore VR. My meta daughter is in charge of that. So if anybody's sending messages over there, and I haven't responded, I apologize. Haley
Yeah.
hasn't sent me anything, so I don't know.
I
And,
don't know.
and so before I even have y'all leave the stage though, do y'all have any words that y'all can leave up here just for anybody that's want to make their own, like just want to make their own in this thing that we call the metaverse?
Create.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I would say honestly, every time I talk about the metaverse, I always explain it in real life to people on how much it helped me grow. And learn more about myself on such a different level in my creativity. And I never thought I could edit. I never thought I could build a world. I never thought I could host. And none of that stuff ever crossed my mind. And here is a place where you can learn, make mistakes, grow, and experience. And that's the thing that I want everybody to do, is to actually just open up their mind and just experience the journey.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Mhm.
Mm.
yeah. I think just create. Don't be afraid to make mistakes, and don't worry about the algorithm. I think a lot of like you were saying, Howard, a lot of new creators are like, oh well, am I good enough to make it? It's like just make something that you're passionate about. Play
Yeah.
with the mechanics,
No
do something
expectations.
like that. Do something simple. Get your feet wet. Yeah.
I
Just come
like
in
that.
here
I
and be
like
you,
that.
man.
Hey man, I'm gonna have to get
Get-
their PR. Y'all see, hey, they talking about these.
Oh,
They answers that they written somewhere. I feel like they got them on the refrigerator. I dig. But
yeah,
no,
yeah.
no.
But I do
Again,
have one
huh?
request for you, Howard.
Yes.
Let's bring back those Saturday night rap battles that you guys used to have. I was always so in awe, like when I'd see you up there battling it out. Remember that was awesome.
Oh, and
Can
that
we bring
it's
those back?
crazy that you just brought that up too. But shout out, yes, Lux Vision Studios. We have another host that I'm forgetting his name though. Again, I'm gonna have to look it up. But he's bringing back that format.
oh
We'll be
yeah.
Oh,
showing it too
nice.
and everything on Lux Vision streaming service and all that. So yes, it's crazy
Yeah,
how he just really
Yeah.
spoke
that's
that up and
awesome.
everything. They was just posting about that this week. But no, I will make sure I get his name and everything and give him the proper shout out and everything next week's show. Yes. But no, man, I thank y'all so much for what y'all do on this
Thank you.
platform.
Thank you.
Again, without people like you, we would not be able to, hey, still find what's the next world, still what's going around, and not having this that have fun hanging out. And again, any
Yeah,
way
hang
that the
in there.
Howard Hour can help, let me know. But yes, man, yes, y'all give some confetti
Thank
in the
you.
air
And
for
thank you
Miss
everybody for coming.
Suda
Love
Q
all you
and
guys.
Mr. Nick T. Yes.
Thank you.
And y'all just press right there the globe, right there behind.
Oh, the
See,
globe. Yep.
yep. It's just
Boom.
like
There we
old space
are.
right, but it's just not gonna put you to space. But yes, folks, yes, man. I get excited when it's real like deal conversation and everything because it's not generic. You're just not gonna sit there and be like, well, hey, why do you love to do your job? No, I want to know why do you love doing what you do. It's not just about a job. Life is a job. You gotta understand that. You get paid from what you learn. It's just probably not if you're gonna keep it in your pocket, but if you keep it in your mind, understand how much far it goes, how much rich you can go with you know more on the inside. But with folks, we have to learn to grow together. And with that aspect, we grow together instead of apart. And you see how much more you could really get with that. And folks, it goes so much far. But man, I'm living
It's a
proof that you
forever
can learn
game.
this. Mr. Isaac Moon, I see is in here. Suda Q. Hey, Ant Man. Man, CJ Shiloh. Man, folks, you put together whatever you want to construct, you see what you can really do from it. And not even just that, you stay true to a blueprint that you want to build from it. You see whatever somebody else can do from it. And that's what is an innovator. And that's how you innovate. But man, up until next week, you know what I say to you. Do something great. Only you can spread love. Only you can be the greatest version of you can be. Don't have these constrictions of what everybody else is thinking hold you down. You can either be the spark to somebody's dark or you can be the words to somebody's art. But understand, you can still be that addition to somebody's heart. And a lot of people we misconstrue from that. But up until next week, I'll always be saving you a seat. And you know what I say to you, and this is something so sweet. This is your boy HT Howard 702. Let's get tripping like a kid untie his shoes. Thank y'all for rocking with me because I rock with you. Spread love, not hate. Let's make this stuff flood like the lake. And if you really want to get big, we just call you Ricky Lake. And you see how much that turned out great. But yes. Up until next week, folks. Yes, go. You know. Yeah.
Oh, thank y'all for coming. Good night.
Up, lovely.
Thank you.
You over there in the How you
Thank
doing?
you so much.
Thank you, Nick.
Picture. Sue.